Hi guys. Okay, I'm back again for another short video on some real estate tips and tricks. Um, One of the things that I encounter very often is a bit of confusion in terms of what the contract timeline is. The typical contract is anywhere from 30 to 45 days. That means that from the time that all parties agree on a contract on a property, it takes 30 to 45 days before we get to the active sale. Most residential contracts are written in such a way that it gives each party a lengthy amount of time to go through the buying or selling practice without any pressure, so that they can make smart and educated decisions without feeling like they are under the gun. In most instances, there is a due diligence period. I think I discussed that briefly on another video, what that entails. Then you have time to do your appraisals, and then you have time to dance with the underwriter. I'll say that in a friendly way, which usually takes about 2 weeks before we finally make it to the active sale. If you are going through the process of a rural development loan or a VA loan, or in our year of 2020, an FHA loan even, then that contract period might take 60 days. Some down payment assistance programs require additional inspections from a parish or county department, which may require an additional inspection. And then, of course, your regular homeowners inspections that the buyers can opt to do or not to do as a part of their due diligence may sometimes require additional inspections. You know, if you discover that the roof is on year 25 of its 30-year lifespan, you may want to have an additional inspection, which might require you to do an extension period, which means that your 30-day contract now becomes a 37-day contract to allow for that additional inspection. What made me think of this was a conversation I had with a client earlier where we were discussing her timetable and some of the terms of the contract. She said, well, if we agree to this, that means we won't know whether or not I can do this until the very end of the contract. I said, no, that's actually not the case. The way the contracts are set up are to have a lot of safeguards in place. We don't want either the buyer or the seller to go through that 30 or 45-day process and discover that, one, they don't want to buy the house, or two, we can't get financing, or three, the closing costs are too expensive, or the taxes or the insurance is outrageous. We want to find all that stuff out preferably within the first 3 weeks, so that if there is a problem for either party, we have enough time to either cancel the contract or find some type of solution. But one of the things that you should all keep in mind that is, if a hiccup does come along, and it's common, I don't really have too many real estate transactions that are 100% smooth. There's always an issue. It's usually resolvable. But when those issues come up, just know that you have an ample amount of time to figure it out. One other really important part to keep in mind about this is, if you are buying and you are planning on living in the property that you are buying, keep in mind that you want to give yourself 60 days from the time that you write the contract to the date that you want to move. What does that mean? Don't give your landlord notice as soon as you go under contract. Maybe wait until you get the 30-day mark and then say, hey, I'd like to put my 30-day notice in. And if you're lucky, you'll be one of the people who has a 45-day contract, which will give you 2 weeks from the active sale until the date of your lease expiring for you to move in and get all settled. As always, guys, this is just a really short video. It's just a brief window into the real estate world. If you have any questions, you can comment below. You can also shoot me a message. You can call or text or even email. I'm happy to hear from you at all times. Have a great day.